Now, we have another important class about cancers. That is various growth. There is an increase of cancer country in the world. And so now let us have some basic understanding of these cancers so that you can be able to assist people at various places in our setup. So that you can be able to assist various people at various places in our setup. So cancer, all the part of the body can have cancer. All the part of the body can have cancer except the nose, the teeth, and the ear. So basically, there are around now 200 types of cancer in the body, and they always start from various types of the body tissues, and they affect various parts of the body. And there is always other associated factors with cancer, like smoking, either passive or active breathing, like cancer of cancer of the lungs is associated with smoking. Then you have cancers because of the skin overexposure to sunlight because of ultraviolet rays and melanoma, which is a certain type of protein on the body. Also, there is cancers associated with infections, like human papilloma virus is associated with the cancer of the cervix. We have Chagas disease associated with the carcinoma. We have H. pylori associated with the cancer of the stomach. All those types of are associated with the infections. Those are type of cancer. So, a cancer is described as a group of disease characterized by cellular malfunction. So, a cancer is in a way is uncontrolled proliferation of cells or unprogrammed cells proliferations. So cancers follow a very specific way of programmed way of replications, and this one, if it does not happen, then this one can force to various physiological functions or malfunctioning, which can result to cancer, and sometimes it's called as neoplasm. So medical cancers can be either malignant or can be either benign, can be either benign. So cancer is collection of disease characterized by abnormal or uncontrolled growth. Cancer arises from a loss of abnormal growth control. And in normal tissues, the rate of new growth cells are kept imbalanced, and the cancers is disrupted. So this one results to in a programmed way. There's apoptosis. That apoptosis is a controlled cell death. It's controlled cell death. So tumor is a neoplasm of from a cramping of cells known as tumor, and the tumor for the division of cells are two. Either it can be malignant or benign. And let us look at benign tumors. Benign tumors are those tumors which grow in one place only. They cannot spread in either part of the body or invade. They are enclosed in a fibrous cells capsule. They are enclosed so that they don't spread, and they can be dangerous if they place on vital organs such as brain, is causing pressure on the digestive organ like the brain. They can cause obstructions if they say they are in a canal like GAT or airways. They can cause obstructions, or even in the reproductive system. So they are confined at the place of origin. So we have what we call malignant tumors. These are capable of invading surrounding areas or even invading the entire body, and invade and emit crow-like protrusions that disturb the RNA and the DNA of normal cells. That means the virus. So most malignant cells become metastasis. That means they can migrate to very far part of the body. So in the past diagram there, it's a normal diagram. You can see cell dividing cells in the basal layer, then the basal lamina. In that connective tissues, the cells are very well differentiating. Then you can see in the type 2, there is dysplasia, where there is abnormal proliferations, and displacing the differentiating cells with condensed nucleus. And then the carcinoma in situ, you can see it in graph C, where they has, and then you can see malignant cells. They have started migrating to other part in diagram 3. So in the event of cancer metastasis, they can metastasis to the just they can also invade a blood vessel or capillary and then migrate to very far places of the body. So there are various classifications of cancers. Cancers can be classified as carcinomas. This is a type of cancer that begins in a tissue that lies inner and outer surface of the body, and generally arises from cells originating in the endomenic or ectodemic germ layer during embryogenesis. Then you have the sarcoma. The sarcoma is a type of cancer that arises from transferred cell or mesangial cells. So we have lymphoma. Lymphomas are blood cancers which are associated with the T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes, T helper cells, and B helper cells, and they cause and controlled differentiation, which can result in various types of diseases. A very common type of lymphoma is acute lymphoid leukemia, chronic lymphoid leukemia, all those ones which have a poor prognosis. So leukemia is associated with the white blood cells, immature. So there is various theories to explain the genesis of cancer. One of them is called the standard dogma theories, which explains that the cancer, like chemicals, the chemicals used in spray, tobacco, alcohol, etc., interferes in the DNA sequence of two cells related genes which limit the cancer ability to divide and which stimulate the cells. So mutation of this gene causes mutant cells that reproduces excessive, which subsequently lead to tumor formation and greater metastasis. Then we have the modified dogma, sometimes the carcinogenic reactive oxidants disable one or more genes that regulate cell repair, which leads to a significant increase in mutation. So also we have the Harry instability theory, which says that the chromosomal instability occurs only as one more master gene required for the cell's division and silenced. After each generation, the daughter cells more likely get wrong number of chromosomes. And also we have the neuropoid theory, which states that the cancer arises in a neuropoid, and a neuropoid is a catches in a chromosomes that occur into chromosomal abnormalities. So in matters of molecular basis of the cancer is that cancer is genetic disease, and mutation in genes result in altered protein. It can happen during cell division, external agent, or random effect. And most cancers result from mutation in somatic cells, and some cancers are caused by mutation in genetic germ-like cells. The mutated form of gene is known as oncogenes. So the cells activation of the oncogenes cells can happen due to various things. It can happen because of amplifications of genes, like increase in expressions, or the point of mutation can rotate, or it can insert something new, or something can be deleted, or something can be translocated. That is how this mechanism happens, and since they represent the various things in the functioning physiology and anatomical part of the body, that means can result to this defect. So in terms of aesthetics of cancer is that Globally, by the year 2012, we have around 14.1 million people new cases of cancer, and 8.2 million cancers were dead because people died because of cancer in the year 2012. An estimated 14.1 million new cancer cases and 8.2 million cancers within deaths occurs in 2012. The most common diagnosis cancer always are lung cancer, which is 1.8 million people, and account for 13% of the total. Breast cancer is number 2 with 1.7 million people, which account for 11.9%, and the colorectal cancer, which is 1.4 million people, account for 9.7%. The most common cause of cancer is deaths of the lungs is 1.6 million people, which account for 19.4% of the total, and liver cancer 0.8 million people, accounting for 9.1%, and stomach cancer 0.3 million, which accounted for 8.8%. So there are various ways of diagnosing cancer. You can do biopsy, you can take a biopsy, go for histology, you can stain it. You can do node biopsy, you can do endoscopy from gastrointestinal system, you can do endoscopy, you can do enema, you can do blood test, you can do bone marrow aspiration, you can do pap smear, you can do sputum analysis, broncho washing analysis, and you can do even imaging and genetic analysis. So the treatment of cancer is either you can do surgery, you can do chemotherapy, radiation therapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy. So you can also do hyperthermia, that is heat therapy, and also you can do photodynamic therapy. You can do even stem cell transplant and laser in cancer treatment, and also blood production donation and transfusion. So the best way to prevent cancer is to keep away from tobacco smoking, physical inactivity like dietary factors, alcohol infections, environmental pollutions, occupational carcinogenic, and radiations. Those are the best way to keep away from cancer so that you prevent our people from cancer. So the infections are things like H. pylori, human papilloma carcinoma virus, Chaga disease. They are the most common associated with the infections associated with cancer, or even viruses are associated with the cancer. So basically, that is the basic knowledge about cancers. Thank you very much for listening for this lecture about cancer.